Funa News Snippets. Funa brings you some interesting news from around the world. A 7-year-old boy in New Zealand had lost a Lego piece 2 years ago. And you will be shocked to know where he found it. Samir Anwar had accidentally put a small black Lego piece from his Lego set into his nose in 2018. The doctor his parents took him to could not locate the piece and it didn't cause him any pain. Over time, Samir and his family forgot about the Lego piece in his nose. On 17th August 2020, 2 years later, Samir leaned over to smell a tray of cupcakes and felt something in his nose. He blew his nose and out came the tiny black Lego piece. His parents were taken by surprise as they didn't know the toy was lodged in Samir's nose for so long. Lego, the famous toy company, gets its name from the phrase leg godt in Danish, meaning play well. Danish is the main language in Denmark. Lego produces interlocking bricks which can be attached to each other to make a building, an airplane, an action figure, basically anything you can imagine. Do you like playing with Lego? Ole Kirk Christiansen, a Danish carpenter, was the inventor of Lego and formed the Lego Group in 1932. And now the 4th generation of his family owns this international toy company. People of all ages like Lego. You can use smaller bricks as you grow older. Interestingly, Lego bricks made in 1958 still fit perfectly with those made today. Children must be very careful while playing with toys that have small pieces or sharp parts. Never put them close to your eyes, ears, nose, or mouth. The little boy in New Zealand was lucky to not have any problems due to the toy piece stuck in his nose. Objects like this that don't belong in our body can cause us pain and damage our body. Sri Lankan blackout. India's neighboring country Sri Lanka suffered one of its worst blackouts in 20 years on 17th August 2020. 21 million people were affected by the 7-hour-long electricity outage. This occurred due to a technical problem at a key electricity facility near its capital city of Colombo. The power cut caused chaos on roads with traffic lights not operating and water supply was disrupted in many areas. Internet and phone services were also temporarily disconnected where no power backups were available. Sri Lanka generates more than half of its power through thermal power plants. It uses hydropower and wind energy to generate the rest of its power requirements. Do you know that hydropower and using wind energy are environmentally friendly ways of generating power? This incident shows us how we are dependent on electricity in our lives. It is important for individuals and governments to increase the use of renewable energy. Can you name some more forms of renewable energy? Solar power, geothermal energy, and biomass energy are also forms of renewable energy. Renewable energy comes from natural sources that can be replenished over a short period of time. Using non-renewable sources of energy like coal and other fossil fuels to generate power causes long-term harm to the environment, and the fossil fuels we use take thousands of years to be replaced in the earth. Sri Lanka is a maritime neighbor of India. Do you understand what this means? Countries that are separated from each other by large water bodies like oceans are known as maritime neighbors. There are 7 countries with which India shares sea borders, also known as maritime boundaries. Can you name these countries? The maritime neighbors of India include Pakistan, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, and Indonesia. Mauritius declares emergency. The island nation of Mauritius has declared a state of environmental emergency due to a large oil spill from a ship. A Japanese-owned ship got stuck near the coast in July and started to leak oil into the Indian Ocean region that is part of Mauritius. Satellite images showed a dark slick spreading in the turquoise waters. Mauritius has reached out to environment conservationists and declared an environmental emergency on 7 August 2020. Around 400 sea booms have been set up near the spill to try and stop it from spreading. Do you know what a boom is? A containment boom is a temporary floating barrier used to contain an oil spill or to catch garbage that is in the ocean. Booms help to concentrate oil in thicker surface layers so that special vacuums or other collection methods can be used more effectively. They also help prevent spilled oil from polluting shorelines. This oil spill is being called an ecological disaster for Mauritius and its surrounding regions. It can harm thousands of marine animals and corals. Mauritius is home to world-renowned coral reefs, and tourism is a crucial part of the country's economy.